Good evening, everybody. It is evening too. I'm doing this tonight. I'm going to post it on Monday morning. But this is Bethany from cranberryhorn.com. Thank you for joining me. I'm going to be talking today about this great experience that I had yesterday. I went to meet a friend of mine at Lee's RV in Windham, Maine. They were holding a camper college, and it is for women mostly, although there were men there. And it's put on in cooperation with Go RVing, the United States chapter of that, as well as GirlCamper, which if you don't follow her blogs and Instagrams and Facebook groups and all of that, you should really go check it out. Janine Pettit is the founder of GirlCamper, and she produces a lot of content aimed at making women feel more comfortable about RVing, camping at all on their own. And so she, has a lot of knowledge to give. I don't think there's a piece of it that she hasn't undertaken to learn. And like I said, she travels across the country in an effort to go ahead and share the information that she's got. I'll give you a little bit of a sneak peek here. This is her magazine that they just had produced, and I got that yesterday at the camper college. It's beautiful. It's something like 36 pages, and it's filled with all kinds of articles and information. There's information on her at the beginning, being the editor. There's travel information. There's an article in here on the Texas Hill Country, and I think she's doing 4 magazines a year. And so if you go to her website, you can actually subscribe to her magazine. And as I said, it's beautiful. I purchased this. This isn't endorsed or anything, like it's not sponsored. And she did a whole presentation yesterday on taking a factory camper and making it your own, making it stylish and giving it your own touches. But yesterday was about more than that. They had industry reps there from hosting a whole bunch of different companies. All of them were talking about the different products that are available and for your RV, what you will need, what you won't need, and just general information so that everybody can feel comfortable. There were people there who had their own RV. They'd had one for years. They were still, they were experienced at it. There were some like myself who we haven't bought our RV yet, and are still deciding which direction they want to go with it. And then there were some that were brand new to the whole idea of RVing by themselves. And I think that like I said, it was about empowerment. It was a chance for women to get together and discuss things, and it was an environment where we could ask any questions, and it was answered truthfully, and there was no judgment involved in it. So we did start out the day with a presentation by a beautiful lady, and I can't remember her name, but she works for Lee RV, and part of what she was doing was talking us through the presentation that she gives when somebody purchases an RV, and sort of their breakdown. She goes over things that they may need, things that they won't understand that they're going to need in the beginning if they're brand new to it, and made suggestions. And so that was really interesting. She had a wicked sense of humor, so it was really nice, and she really made us all laugh and feel like we were enjoying it very much. We were enjoying it. It was cold yesterday in Maine. Here we are. Today is what, the 20th, and I'm going to be posting this on the 21st, but it was so cold yesterday that I ended up going to my car and pulling out. I have a winter coat that I keep in the back of the car, and it's just an old pullover jacket that is insulated, and thank goodness I had it. And I had a pair of gloves because we were freezing in that cold, and I could feel it by the end of the day. I think my takeaway from the whole thing was feeling much more confident that we are on the right track, that things are going to work out, that they're going to, that we're going to be able to do this. And talking with a lot of the other women who were there was fantastic. And it's funny because my friend Michelle, who I met there, she doesn't live very far from there, but she and her husband, he's retired police force, and they are getting ready to go on the road themselves, and they actually have a Class A that they're selling, and they're going to a Class B. We're looking at a trailer, tag-along trailer, to take for us, and so even though we are both going on the road, we are sort of having two different journeys, but we have this common destination in mind, so to speak. The other thing is that we're both, screwed because we're trying to pare down all the stuff in our house and having a hard time with it. She's actually selling her house, so that's blessings to her. Let me tell you, I have spent today, this Sunday, just going through more stuff, paring down more stuff, getting rid of more stuff, and I'm not even selling the house, so I can't imagine for the life of me what it's like to have to actually sell and get it to that point. That would be crazy. So yeah, I went to camper college yesterday, which was really interesting. Another part of the RV knowledge this week that I came across, which I found really, really interesting, was I had been learning more about gate guarding, and we've been looking into different jobs that we can do on the road. This was something that had come up because they hire a lot of couples to come in and do gate guarding. Usually what they're guarding is some sort of a oil rig or refinery usually I think it's like a well site, and it's usually in the southern states, although I understand that there's some out in the western states as well. What you do is you sign on to be the gate guard for those sites. You track all the vehicles coming in and going out as they build the sites or work at the sites, and you keep track of it. You make notations so that they have that information for security, and there are different types of this. Different places require different kinds of guards. There's some that work a 12-hour day and lock the gate at night. There are some that work tag teams. The gate is open 24 hours a day, and so you and your partner or spouse or whoever you're working with would work 12-hour shifts opposite each other to cover the gate. It's not hard work, but it's you are out in the elements, and you are working long hours, and it's, you know, not a day off. It's you sign on for a certain amount of time, and unless they have to close the gate for whatever reason, you're there for the duration of that job. So this is another piece that we were looking at, and actually it kind of appeals to me. There's an opportunity to make some pretty good money with it. I think if you do it, if you get the right positions. And the other part that's interesting about that is, in order to be a gate guard, you have to go through a certain process to be able to do it. And, you know, and part of that is the fingerprinting, part of that is background checks, all of that. But you also have to take a course, and the course is given by Texas A&M through their, I don't know what you call it, short courses, anyways. So it was all, when I was younger and I was getting ready to look at colleges, I really wanted to go to Texas A&M, with all places being from Maine. So I said to my husband, I said, I have a chance to actually graduate from a course at Texas A&M. So that was interesting to me. So not the degree that I was hoping to go for. At the time, they had a couple of different courses, but one of them was that they offered some history and archaeology courses. And so I was very interested in history, and was looking at that and had wanted to go there, but things happened, and that was not the route that I took. So yeah, so that's where we stand right now. We still haven't decided completely on a camper. We are still talking about it. We go back and forth. My husband's been doing a lot of research on the difference between diesel trucks and gas trucks, and 3/4 ton versus half ton. Well, we have a half ton now. We're not quite sure if we're going to go to a 3/4 ton, but that is probably the way that we're going to go. You know, and my goal as always is to go the route where we're not so far in debt that we can't enjoy it, because this is what we want. We want the journey, we want the experience, we want to get out there, and working is not a problem, but I don't want to be so poor that I can't afford to do anything. I've lived that in my life, and I don't want to do that again. I think that, you know, that's part of this experience, is getting out there and really experiencing different places. So we'll see how that works out. So yeah, last week was a crazy week with work. It has been so cold here in Maine. We had frosts last night. The wind has kicked up, and I know there are people who are going, oh, you're kidding. Usually in the fall we have 60s, 50s, 60s, 70s, somewhere in there. And we have been 40s, 50s with 30s at night. And it has been cold. We've had no Indian, what do they call it? Indian weather? Indian summer days. We've had none of that. So, doing a lot of bundling up, and I haven't put the furnace on yet. My goal is always to wait until November. We'll see how far I get in that, whether I make it to November or not. So what is looking for the week ahead? Well, I'm going to be putting out videos this week on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. This being the Monday. Wednesday will be I'm not quite sure what Wednesday is going to be. We'll see. I have some ideas. And then Friday, of course, is keto. I didn't do a keto one last week, but honestly, it's because life has been crazy and I have not been good. So I need to get back to it and get back on the keto track. And that will be this week. So I guess that's it for now, but I wanted to tell you all about my camper college experience. If you get a chance to and want to experience this, if going out and RVing on your own is something that you really want to do, I would highly suggest going to one of these. It didn't cost us anything. They fed us lunch. We went out and you got to be around people who are like-minded, a tribe, so to speak. And so that is the best part of it right there. Check out GirlCamper, check out GoRVing.com, and if you're in Maine, you can check out Lee RV. That's it for tonight. You know, I wish you all the best. I did want to talk about a real quick. Unfortunately, by now everybody knows that Ruth Bader Ginsburg has passed away. And she was just a phenomenal woman. And I think that we have gained a pretty special angel. I have a feeling she's going to be watching over everybody and everything from now on. So with the sadness comes that, knowing that not only did she create a legacy that'll live on forever, but she'll be watching over us. So that's it for tonight. I wish you all the best, and you know, if you're out there on the road, stay safe, stay healthy. If you're home in your with your family, enjoy that time together, because no one's guaranteed the next day. I wish you all the best, and blessings from Maine. Bye-bye.